Hi guys, welcome to Football Brownie. Hope you're well, keeping safe, keeping each other safe and spreading a love during this pandemic because we all need a little bit of loving, guys. We all need a little bit of loving. Now, before I go any further, check that brand new ticket bar below. Please like, share, and most importantly, subscribe to Football Brownie. Uh, get on the Football Brownie Facebook page and also Instagram and Twitter handle is there. Now, I just thought that let's get back to basics regarding this channel and go in contact with my oldest of YouTube friends, Sam Greenwood, because he's come back into the country and come back to the UK, have a catch up. Sam, how are you, my friend? And welcome to the show. Many thanks for your time.
Yeah, no worries, Brandon. Nice to see you again. Been a while since I've been on your channel. Been so busy doing stuff and setting up the move and everything, and changing jobs and going from all crazy hours working with American clients and stuff, working all night and just crazy hours all weekends to basically back to normal office hours. It's been a bit of a transition, and yeah, setting up the whole move. I was living in Norway. I was over there for 26 years. So moving back to the UK and everything, relocating and all of that's taking a bit of effort and a bit of time and a bit of concentration and but my focus and everything. So yeah, it's been a while, but yeah, I'm glad to be back. Good to see you, mate. And it's always fun to have a chat and catch up.
Yeah, we were going to catch up. Before we go any further, just let you know, guys, can't be bothered with chat tonight. You know, me and Sam just having a chat. I hope you enjoy it, but you know, we've had enough of trolls for to give us a break for half an hour. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just nice to just concentrate on what's
we're
going
going to
on.
catch up, weren't we, Sam? But unfortunately, one thing led to another, and you know, your work and lifestyle change obviously took first priority, but definitely will be catching up sooner rather than later.
Pardon, what did you say? I didn't catch the last thing you said there. What did you say?
Oh, no, I said, well, basically, we were going to catch up,
Yeah,
and you know, your work priorities took,
yeah.
took first priority. So we definitely will in the future,
Yeah, no,
sooner
it's
rather than later.
been great to catch up again. You know, it's been good to be on again. Good to see you.
So we're well, you're living in West London, yeah?
Yeah, Southwest London, you can say. Yeah, not far from Heathrow.
And the area, okay, or dodgy as hell?
It's actually it's actually not bad, you know, because it used to be dodgy. I'm in an area called Hayes,
Okay.
which is not far from Heathrow, just a few miles north of Heathrow, basically. And it used to be about 15 years ago. It used to be quite dodgy around here, they say.
I went to watch Hayes in football. They
Right.
got a football team,
Yeah.
Hayes. I'm talking maybe 20 years ago now.
It used to be quite rough around here. Hayes and your Staines and your Hounslow,
Yeah,
Harlington.
Hounslow, yeah.
All these areas around here were quite rough, really. But I tell you what's come up the last 10 to 15 years because it's become, as you know, with London, it's become so densely
Yeah.
populated, struggling for development and everything. So the zone of London has moved out and out and out and out. So now this area I'm in here now is one of the latest development zones. With the last 10 years, they've been developing all these little areas around everywhere now, and then they've moved the overground rail line. I'm on the Paddington Express line, a
Okay.
new line from Paddington out to Heathrow. So I'm right on that line called the station here is called Hayes and Harlington. So they've made all developments along these stops here. So now I'm on one of the latest development zones basically. So the last 10 to 15 years here, they've been really developing everything around it. It's completely changed. It's so much nicer around here now. There's still some of the old stuff, which is quite nice to
Mhm.
still have around. So you still
I
feel
used to
some
live
of
in
the
that
old.
area a few years ago.
Pardon?
I used to live in that area a few years ago.
Yeah, this is the so I'm in. It's actually called High Point Village.
No, oh, where's he gone? Let's see. Bear with me, guys. Bear with me. First try. He's back. He's back.
You all right?
I don't know what happened there.
No, it's a new tech. This new platform you're using, isn't it? This
I know.
Streamlabs or
know.
whatever. But anyway,
Maybe
yeah.
it's my mum's internet.
So I go 10. Sorry, I go. So I'm from the station where I am. I'm 18 minutes from where I am into Paddington, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm only 2 stops away from Ealing Broadway, which is also on the, which is a nice little town, and it's also right on the central and district line into anywhere underground, and then you go the other way. I'm only 10 minutes from Heathrow, straight into Heathrow, so it's fantastic for what I need.
So I lived there for about 3 months, I think it was.
Oh,
Feltham Young Offenders Prison, not far away.
why am I not
Not far
surprised?
away. It was the
Why
worst
am I
three
not
months of my
surprised?
life. What an experience that fucking was.
Yeah, Hayes, fucking hell. What division were they in? Hayes, what's that? That's low down, isn't it?
Um, yeah, we didn't go up to the National League. It would have been like the league below, I think.
Yeah,
I think Merthyr may have played them,
some
maybe in a cup or FA trophy or something. I don't know.
right. Yeah, some
But
cracky stuff.
okay, so I'm told that he went to first Arsenal game the other day, and tell us about that.
Yeah, this is my
Well, first Arsenal game for a while.
yeah. It's been my first Arsenal game for quite a few years. Basically, um, yeah. Since we moved to the Emirates, I think I've only been to about 2 games over there. The last one was, I think we've got to go back to like about 2010, 2011, about that time. But yeah, no. But last weekend with the Watford game, it was my first time back there for a long time. It was fantastic, nice experience, good atmosphere. I was there with Daniel Bailey, our good friend, Blind Gooner TV, or he calls himself
Yeah,
Daniel Bailey TV now. Yeah, I went with him. He had a ticket for me, and it was a great experience. Met up with a few of the other Arsenal, YouTubers, which was good fun. Met Lee Judges. I met that Mike Feinberg, Magic Mike from the
yeah,
Dream
yeah.
podcast.
Seemed like a good afternoon out, actually.
Yeah, it was good. It's a good laugh. I met with them after the game. I mean, well, not intentionally. They was all outside the stadium talking together. You couldn't really miss them. And
Okay.
so, because everyone basically goes over. Well, I know they basically exit on one side there towards the Islington area, towards Arsenal, Gillespie Road, the Arsenal tube station.
Yeah.
So I knew they was going that way basically. So I saw them all outside the stadium on that side. I just went over and they recognised me straight away, which is a bit of a laugh. They was like, "Oh, it's Sam Greenwood," and I was like, "Oh, well, you guys actually know who I am?" They're like, "Yeah."
So in real life, and online life, nice guys.
Yeah, nice guys. Lee Judge
Good.
is a cracking guy, real character. Mike is, as you see him on his shows. He's always talking. Really enthusiastic about what's going on. Met Dan Potts, really good guy, and Gunnar Souls, that was his actual first game at the Emirates
All
with
right.
for
Okay.
Gunnar Souls, and he was really loving it. Together with that Albert, he went there with that Albert, and that was good. And no, it was just a nice bunch of lads, and then the AFTV mob showed up, and then they wanted to go and have a chat with them and everything. So I saw Robbie and all his crew and everything. There's a lot of people there. They're still quite popular. But yeah,
Tension, no tension between.
no tension. No, it was all quite good. Yeah, just quite a big crowd. They're still quite popular. And no, it's quite good.
But I mean, Twitter can be an echo chamber, can't it?
Yeah, I think there's a lot more animosity there. That's sort of like it's not real. It's just like it's just a bit of a lark, a bit of a game.
Fair
You
enough.
know, people like to get their attention, and they get their they get their attention and sympathy and everything through that way. And no, I mean, well, I was there, and I was,
Hey, don't you
you know.
talk about my videos like that, Sam.
No, I'll tell you what, it was a good atmosphere. Everyone was in good spirits. Of course,
Good.
won the game, and everyone was in good spirits. Had a good time. It was nice. Just a nice atmosphere, basically.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, everyone knows Daniel, the blind gooner, and obviously, because of his disability. Sam, I've never been in like a disabled kind of part in any ground.
Mm.
So as an able-bodied person, what was it like, really?
It was a very, very interesting experience, and I get a fantastic view, of course. At the Emirates, you're basically on the first level, and then it was in the North Bank corner, and so you're not far from the pitch. Really, you're just above. We were situated just above the front, the bottom section, just
Okay.
like but just there, like the first concourse. So just back a bit, but still not far from the pitch. Very good view,
Okay.
corner view, very easy to see everything. Really, really good. And then we had it's a very open section with just some seats. So there's no seats. It's like it's like its own little section area where there's only one row of seats against the wall, and then
Right.
there's space because you have your space for wheelchairs and all of that there. So it was really spacious. It was just a row of seats with loads of space in front of it, and a gate, and then it was quite well supervised. We had a few supervisors there, to help on hand with anything if we needed, and they was making sure only disabled people got in and out of the area there, of course. And
Did even because you were able-bodied, did you have headphones as well, like what Daniel would, or not?
did it have any? What did you say?
Would you have earphones?
No, 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 no. It was only
No.
him. It was only the people who were blind who were offered, or who had that. They have basically their own setup there where they're given part of their, I think through their ticket or whatever for the blind, they're given that. I'm not sure if they pay for it, but he had his, and he said he needed new batteries, and they sorted out new batteries for him, which I thought was good.
Okay.
So for the hearing piece, and they got their own commentary, and it's really, apparently it's really detailed, really good commentary, and that's why he knows. Because I've always been fascinated by how much he gets out of the games, how much detail he gets out of the
Yeah,
game without
yeah,
actually
yeah,
seeing
yeah.
it. But it's
Because
because the commentary is so detailed, so much more in depth than what we hear on TV. Of course, is a running commentary of all what's going on, very specialized, commentary, and it works very well, and it's I was fascinated to see how it worked really, and he was there with his guide dog, and the guide dog was sitting next to him. We had loads of space. There's a few other wheelchair users there who use the space for their wheelchairs, but but it's they're normally well situated, and and Daniel very kindly has offered me I can go basically as long as he hasn't made an arrangement with anyone else. He's offered me I can go with him again, and then he's offered me to go with him to away games as well because he gets an extra ticket for away games. And he was telling
bloody
me,
hell,
and
bloody
I'm
hell.
so I tell you
You'd be
what,
up and down the country.
I'm so annoyed couldn't quite do it this month because of all my previous engagements and yeah, basically my I've got I don't have the money for it this month. But he offered me to come with him to both Anfield and Old Trafford because he told me, he said, the disabled section, at both Anfield and Old Trafford, is right basically down where the dugouts are. You're close to where the dugouts are. So,
I got you.
I mean, you're right on the pitch, basically close to all the players and all the staff and everything. So I was thinking, what an amazing experience that would be at both Anfield and Old Trafford. But unfortunately, I don't have the means to do it this month. But I will. I do want to go to some away games with him as well because that's
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
That'd be really good. That'd be really good. I mean, yeah, so different to what stadiums these days. So different to what they used to be. You go to the olden days, the old Stamford Bridge, where I didn't actually know until I had a former Chelsea player say the cars which were parked up behind the goal in Chelsea were actually disabled cars,
Yeah.
and basically a lot of them would have been at pitch level, so the view would if you could see, I suppose the
Mm.
view would be crap.
Yeah, that would be,
Do you
wouldn't
know what I
it? Yeah.
mean?
It would be down there at that level through seeing through a car would be crap, wouldn't it? Yeah. Oh
But
yeah.
so work wise, all good in your new job?
Yeah, pleased with the new job's going well. Can't complain as I'm back to doing what I feel I am good at and what I enjoy doing. I'm working a lot. It's very health and safety, health safety security related. I'm working with different systems with that basically with with an aviation ground handling company, a very big one, worldwide company, based at Heathrow.
Hey, don't mention the name. That company will just have phone calls, I tell you. Anyway,
Yeah, let's not go down that route.
yeah,
But
yeah, please
anyway,
don't.
yeah, I'm not going to say any names, but yeah, but it's a big world renowned worldwide ground handling company. They're all over the globe basically, but I'm working at their main head offices at Heathrow or just outside of Heathrow. Yeah, so I'm pleased with it, because quite enjoy working with that type of work, and yeah, I'm pleased, and
Brilliant.
just got
No,
started, and yeah, I think there's some good things to come there.
brilliant. Now you went to your dad's on Sunday.
Yeah, I went around my dad's. He lives out in Clacton on Sea, which I tell you what, Clacton on Sea. I don't know if you've ever been out there, Brownie. Out that's it's like going back to the 60s and 70s England. Nothing much has changed basically. I mean, yes, you have some of the new areas they've like built, like some new,
Yeah,
some new stores, and there are some new developments there. But what's great is along the seafront there, and you've got Clacton Pier. Clacton Pier is basically the same as it's been for many years. All the old boardwalk, all old rotten wood and all of that,
yeah,
but
yeah,
it's just what I like so much about it. It's got so much character and so much nostalgia. I mean, you actually go there and you feel like you're back in the 70s, 80s straight
yeah.
away, and you just feel like you're in an old English movie, being there, and it's
I
just got
know
so much.
exactly.
It's got so much character and atmosphere. You really, I love it. I love it out there. And you got the sea air, and it's open, fresh air. Yeah, so my dad lives out there, and I went and visited him at the weekend. It was very nice.
Now well, I used to live in Penarth for many years. Penarth Pier is exactly like that. And across the water, you'd have Western-super-Mare. And it was
Yeah,
such a shame when their pier went up in flames because so many dodgy electrics over the years, and
yeah.
you got crappy wood, as you mentioned,
Yeah, all old
rotten
crappy wood.
wood.
It really is. Talking about health and safety, it's a fucking health and safety nightmare, that pier. But they still have it there.
Yeah.
There's still people still walking out there,
Oh, I know, I
and they got
know.
that. It's a huge old arcade out there as well. I mean, literally thousands of machines. Old, types of arcade games and all this and that. It's fascinating. I tell you what,
Hmm.
if you're a youngster, if you're a kid, it must be great fun for all the kids still, and.
The penny machines, was it? Boom,
Oh,
boom,
loads of
boom, boom,
that, and
boom,
all the
boom.
old,
Yeah.
all the old, those pinball machines, all the old arcade games, video games, arcade stuff, and of course loads of gambling machines. Of course, that's gone in there as well. Loads and loads of
Oh, I
gambling
can
stuff, of
imagine.
course.
I can
But
imagine, if I was here, Sam, I'd be like, oh my God, Sam, you're paying for food now. You're paying for food.
and
I'll pay you back on Monday.
they got yeah, exactly, and they got a bowling alley there and a restaurant, and they do the old style, like they do candy floss and rock and all of that type of thing, and yeah, it's quite fun as well. Just I see Russ in the chat. The Jaywick, no, didn't go. I haven't
No,
got there to
we
Jaywick.
try. You know what? We
That's
try
the
and do
crap
it
part of
over chat.
Clacton.
It's hard work, isn't it?
That's the crap part of Clacton, South Clacton, Jaywick. No, we didn't go down to that part. No, but it's lovely along the main part there, the main seafront part where the pier is and all of that. So I mean, the seafront, all the buildings are intact. It's
Yeah, you are like character.
it's still got its character and atmosphere, and the town centre there, right close to the seafront. Still all the old buildings and that, and it feels like it hasn't changed. And I must say, I quite like that. That feeling you get there.
So would you be relocating once you were settled in, or
Pardon, what did you say? Be
relocating?
um,
Clacton.
yeah. Where I am now
How
is
long it take you to get there from where you are?
from where I am. Excuse me, there's something in my teeth. From where I am here out to Clacton on Sea took me 2.5 hours, basically door to door.
Okay.
So it's not
Well,
too
you couldn't
far,
do that.
really.
I
Not
know,
too
but you
bad.
couldn't do that every day, could you?
But no, you can't do it every day. No, of course not. So it's not a commuting a distance. No, it's you have to spend a night basically. Well, that's what I spent a night when I went there. I went for the weekend. But no, it's a bit too far to commute. But I might be moving out in that direction, at least out into that part of Essex, because I quite like it out there. Out that past that area, because
Don't go to Southend for fuck's sake.
No, I'm not going to go to Southend. But what it is, we're allowed to. We're working a lot from home now. You know, that's the new world we live in, the new age we live in. So, basically, I won't have to go into the office that often. You know, it'll only be for certain special meetings.
A couple of days a week, maybe, or
maybe once a week, maybe twice a week. And then the rest I can work from home basically, or drive. When I get a car eventually, I might have to drive a few places to get a few things done. But yeah, because we can work mostly from home, I might actually move out closer to that area because it's just so much cheaper, Brownie. Seriously, it's so much cheaper. Everything, the property, rent, you know, the
women,
the restaurants, everything's so much cheaper. The women, yeah. the old grandmothers there, you know, with the
hey, you know what? I any holes a goal. Well, no,
any holes a goal. They're all willing.
No,
they're all willing.
Yeah. Any female hole is a goal at the moment, but I need to clarify that before I go any further. But yeah, your dad. Right, I want a word with your dad.
You want a word with my dad?
Yeah. Right, because fucking Norway let me down in the accumulator against fucking Estonia.
Yeah, I know, that was terrible. How can they not win? I know they're shit on the bed now. They haven't qualified. I mean, they haven't even got to the playoffs. You know, it was terrible. The last few games, they just shit the bed. It's terrible. You know, it hasn't worked well at all. They've missed Haaland. Haaland being out injured has been a big miss.
I thought Odegaard would have just took the game by the bloody scruff of the neck, and because he's a captain, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, he's been playing quite well. But the problem is, you know, we've got a couple of other young strikers up there who are quite talented, but they're just not at the level of Haaland. You know, they haven't got that ability he has. You know, that's the problem. And
absolutely destroyed my. You know what? Right, every other result come in, and I was like, I shouldn't be doing it, but I was already spending the money in my head.
Yeah,
and I was like, right, okay, all right, I'll do this. And I was like, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't fucking believe it. But
we already know. You already know what you're like with betting, Bounty. You know, anything you want to bet on, just go opposite, and that'll be what comes in.
Hang on. New Cardiff manager, thank you very much.
Eddie Howe, yeah, he was a
Cardiff manager. Cardiff manager. Steve Morrison. The moment in which I heard Kiefer Moore say we're all 100% boom, there you go. Fucking Sky Bet was inundated with brownie fucking coins.
You keep fucking Bet365 alive, you do, I bet you, no. Mr. Green. I call it Mr. Green, just call it Mr. Brown.
Did you watch a game last night? Like the England game?
I watched some of it. It's San Marino. I mean, it's like watching fucking. They're talking about, you know, women and all that. It's like watching a women's team, and it's San Marino. I mean, it's they're so bad, aren't they? I don't get it with San Marino. Why do they bother? They're ranked. They're the bottom ranked FIFA country in the world. They're ranked 210.
I never knew that.
They're ranked 210 out of 210 in the FIFA rankings, and there's islands in the Pacific I've never even fucking heard of that are higher than them on the rankings. Like there's an island group called the Turks and Caicos Islands.
Yeah. I've been here on holiday.
Yeah, you've been on holiday. They're screwing some hookers in with fucking candy floss and upside down zipperheads. But anyway, there's an island group called Turks and Caicos Islands, and there's your favorite island group as well. Your favorite island group, named after you, that's higher than them as well. It's called the British Virgin Islands.
I was thinking it's something Russian.
The British Virgin Islands are fucking higher than San Marino. I mean, there's countries that there's island groups that have literally got like 1,000 people who live on them that are higher than San Marino. I mean, San Marino is so shit. It's like, why do they bother? I don't get it.
Sam, we are kind of unfortunately, we're kind of a similar age bracket, and I say unfortunately because our lives are flying at the moment. You know, we'll be bloody 80 next time we'll talk. But I'm sure you can remember the 90s, England with Lineker. I was saying this on my stream last night. Europe, past 20, 30 years, have expanded and countries have broken up so much. I do think it's time that a pre-qualifying tournament between the likes of San Marino, Gibraltar, all that, actually happened, and then maybe half of them will qualify to a normal thing.
Yeah, it's just
Because
ridiculous. There's some countries that are just like, what's the point? You know, it's just they're just there for cannon fodder. It's like they're just there to make up the goal difference, aren't they? You know, like, oh, it's San Marino now, we can score 10 against them. We'll make up the goal difference against, you know, Belgium or
yeah,
whatever.
I mean, I
You know?
remember Lineker. I remember Lineker and well, he was just. I don't like him politically, but as a player, he was a machine scoring.
Mm.
But very rare he would come up against the likes of San Marino, and it kind of like throws the argument of Kane scoring more goals for England than Lineker or even Bobby Charlton
Yeah.
completely out of the window because the opposition was so much better in qualifying stages during the days of Bobby Charlton and Guy
Yeah, it was
Lineker.
different back then, wasn't it? Because you just had the major countries. You didn't have all these tiny countries included in all the qualifying stages when UEFA and FIFA, you know, expanded everything so much to, you know, to get all the rights going and everything. And yeah, I mean, they got like the likes of San Marino, Andorra, Gibraltar.
Yeah.
Gibraltar's just a fucking rock.
Hey, don't say nothing about Gibraltar. Up a jib, up a jib. No, but they do it in the Nations League though. They in the bottom of the
The Nations
bottom.
League, who the hell that Nations League, they just slid in there out all of a sudden, and no one fucking bothered with it. I mean, we had two great finals like France and Belgium or whatever it was, and no, we had the France. Yeah, we had a great final there and two great semi-finals. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, oh, so UEFA Nations League, where's that coming from? It's only been going on for 2 years.
Oh, you know what? Still haven't got a clue how it
International football,
works. But,
international football
but
is just
hang
too
on,
much,
hang on.
too
But as
much.
a result, and guys, you can get back to one of my earliest videos on this channel. As a result, I I I watched Gibraltar's first home win against Liechtenstein 3-2
I bet you
after the
shagged some of those
midway
monkeys as
season.
well, didn't you?
Huh?
I bet you went up to that rock and shagged some of those monkeys as well, didn't you?
Oh,
You
they nasty
dirty
fuckers they
bastard.
are. They proper nasty fuckers they are.
Fucking
Yeah.
looking for Charlton Heston in the fucking Planet of the Apes, you was.
Oh, the ex-missus took me up there one day. Then again, she was so fucking horrible. I'd rather go home with a fucking monkey. But
I'll tell you
uh,
what, those fucking chimpanzees or whatever the fuck they are up in that rock in Gibraltar, they would beat San Marino. Jesus Christ.
right, Wales tonight. Did you watch it?
Wales, Wales tonight? No, I just saw the result, so well done, well
Fucking
done.
come on, you
Well done,
fucking nuts.
Wales. They got through to the playoff. Well done. That's a good one.
Yeah, but we got home. We got home tie now.
You don't
We
know who you
got
got yet,
home
though, do
tie.
you?
We're seeded and we're home.
You don't know who you got, though, do you yet?
No, but we'll have an unseeded team. So we could well
Yeah.
have like North Macedonia or
North
Scotland.
Macedonia, yeah.
I want fucking Scotland.
Just don't shit the bed against that lot, you know, against either of those, North Macedonia or Scotland.
After Joe Jordan handball 1977 and bloody never dodgy handball in 1985, we have playoff revenge against World Cup bloody Scotland. I tell you, hey, I know Jockstein died in 85, no problem. Jockstein RIP, but that fucking penalty was a disgrace. Bring
Oh,
on
here
the
we go.
fucking Scots.
Here
Bring
we
on
go.
the
Back
fucking
to the back
sweaty
to
socks.
nostalgia now. Back to the old days. Back to
I
the old
know.
days, the old events, the old memories back.
I know.
You're like a woman,
I can't let go,
like a
Sam. I
woman, you
can't
are.
let go.
You're like a woman, you are. You just won't let it go, will you? Just memories from the fucking 80s. You just won't let them go.
I'm like a bitter old woman. You bastards.
Yeah,
Me and my cat.
Wales down in Qatar. I mean, the Welsh down in Qatar. That I don't think you can get such a juxtaposition of two opposites. You got Welsh people who burn very easily, look like a bunch of fucking lobsters if there's a sunny day. Down in Qatar in the fucking desert, in a desert. There's no sheep down there. You got a desert with no sheep with a bunch of people who don't tan very well. It doesn't bode very well, does it, for the Welsh down
Well,
in Qatar?
I went, as you know, I went to Dubai for a week and a half. Should have been a half a week, but it was a week and a half. And I tell you, the heat in the Middle East. The first time I've been to the Middle East,
It's different. It's a different
completely, it's
game.
completely different,
It's a
man.
different ball game. That
Yeah.
full when you get over 40, when you get over 40 degrees Celsius, that's a whole new ball game. That's professional level heat. That is.
But the southern part of Spain, Marbella. I mean, Sevilla gets annually over 50,
Yeah, now they
right?
do with our
But
lovely
it's a
global.
different heat, completely
Yeah.
different. I'm telling you, I know that all these stadiums in Qatar are going to be air conditioned and that, but I think for the first, at least for the first game, I think Northern European teams could struggle. It could well be a couple of upsets in the first couple of games, and then they get their act together.
Well, I think it's quite. I mean, it's something that's quite well known, isn't it? That when you get to the World Cup hosts, when you get to World Cups that are in the warmer climates, like Brazil, Africa that we've had and things like it's the countries from the warmer climates that do the best, isn't it? It's the
Yeah.
Italies, it's the
Well,
Brazils, it's the Argentinas. It's because they're used to the heat, aren't they?
that when Germany won the World Cup in Brazil, what was that? 2010 was it? 2010,
Yeah,
2012, whatever.
Germany.
That was the
Yeah,
first non South American country to win the World Cup in a South American,
yeah,
in South America.
yeah, exactly.
First European, yeah.
They're
I
close.
think I'd
It's
describe that right, but you know what I mean.
I just don't think countries like England or Scandinavian countries or a lot of Central European countries, just they're just not going to do well in the hot climate, are they? It's just even though it's indoors in, like you say, an air conditioned stadium. I don't know. It's just you're in a climate. You're out. You're every day in a climate where it's so hot. It's diabolical. I mean, they've got to spend all their time. What's a training facility is going to be like? They have to train indoors as well, climatized. They just have to stay in their hotels all the time. I mean, it seems to me like it's just going to be a nightmare down there for everyone.
Well, it's actually going. They're only going to give the Premier League only going to give the players a week. Uh,
Did you see the
from
schedule?
I
Did you
know
see the schedule? We got the fucking the World Cup ends. No, the World Cup ends. What is it?
18th of December.
The 18th of December, and the fucking Premier League starts again a week later in Boxing Day.
I know.
I mean, how the hell do they expect these players to fucking? They're gonna have a week's break after a World Cup in Qatar. This is where FIFA and UEFA they just need to fucking go and fucking wet their heads and
But you
just
know what, Sam?
figure it out for fuck's sake. This is stupid.
But you know what? It'd be interesting to find out the other major nations how, because Premier League only giving the players a week from the end from ending the Premier League to the start of the World Cup is a week,
Yeah.
right? I'm wondering if La Liga are doing the same, Serie A
Well, they
and the
should be. That's the
Bundesliga.
idea. Is they should all be doing it on the same level or the same page. But normally you have a World Cup. It finishes mid-July, and then you've got a whole month basically to get ready for the new season. Normally, well, some players even longer. The players who normally have got to like the semi-finals or the finals, they normally even get like a week longer to rest. But
Yeah,
now the final is on December 18th, and they're going to play again on fucking Boxing Day. I mean, it's just all
I know.
it's just
It's
ridiculous.
all money.
International
It's all
football's
money,
taken
man.
over. International football is just taking over too much. There's too much international football.
But that goes back to my point. I mean, if they did have like a pre-qualifying tournament for the minor nations, Sam,
Yeah.
right? That would cut down the amount of games in the normal qualifiers, wouldn't it?
Of course it would. Just leave the
You
big
know,
teams. Just leave the big teams to just do some, just do a few qualifying games against, some, other mid-level teams, and just leave all the fucking minnows out of it. Just let them be, like you say, let them have a pre-qualification against the mid-level teams, and then and then then the winners of the mid level, that whatever, they get to do a qualifying round proper against all the top teams, and just narrow it down.
But you know what? They won because of money, right? When England, when the last World Cup they didn't qualify, would probably America, wouldn't it? I think 94. When England don't qualify for a World Cup, income streams for FIFA drop dramatically. Do you know?
Yeah, because there's a lot of,
Holland exactly the
yeah,
same because Holland have had a patchy kind of,
yeah,
you know.
yeah. No, it's true. There's a lot connected there, but no, I just think that this whole what Qatar, we all knew it was all corrupt, and Russia and Qatar, getting it together, after each other, first Russia in 2018, then Qatar in 2022. That was all bought and, all under the table deals.
Oh
That was,
yeah,
we knew that. But I mean, but Qatar, I mean, what kind of football nation is Qatar? They've got what? I know they've got a league down there now. There's basically just blood money for some, these old retired players from God knows where around the world. But Qatar, in the middle of
I, I,
nowhere.
I'd like to clearly state that there are other states in the world that also have blood money. Just in case have a knock on the
Yeah,
door.
but
That's all.
it's a fact. It's just a fact. We all know this. It's a fact. And
With likes of David Beckham, bloody being a face of a Qatar World Cup is a disgrace.
I just, there's so many countries who would deserve to have a World Cup, who need it so much more than Qatar. Qatar don't need to have a World Cup. I mean, there's so many places around the world that are more deserving.
I know. Well, okay. Let's go on to my trip to Dubai, and
Yeah,
because I went to
yeah, I wanted to talk to you about your trip to
yeah,
Dubai. Tell
yeah.
us how it was. Tell us about your experience in Dubai.
Right. I went there with the image that it would probably be like Saudi Arabia, if I'm honest with you.
Yeah,
Um, everyone in traditional dress. It's actually far more westernized than I ever expected. I'll be honest with you.
of course it is.
Um,
Yeah, it's
the
just built.
Russian,
It's
the
built out
Russian
of the
women.
desert. It's built out of the desert the last 30 years. Have you seen pictures of Dubai 30 years ago, Brownie, on
Yeah,
Google?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
just a desert. It's nothing.
I know. It's incredible. The Russian women were
You know why
freaking.
they're there. You know why they're there, don't you? They're not there. They're
Oh
not
yeah,
there
of
for the
course, of course.
architecture.
Hey, hey.
They're not there for the architecture, mate.
I blagged it as much as I possibly could with them. Do you know what I mean? Uh, but yeah, you know what? I really enjoyed it, Sam. I know first thing people think about is alcohol, right? And
Mm.
I completely get it. Um, you can buy alcohol in bars, clubs, and hotels, right? Maybe I shouldn't say this on a live stream, but if you make a telephone call, you can have alcohol delivered to you in a brown paper bag at the end of your street. It's like a drug deal, if I'm honest
Yeah,
with you, right?
yeah,
And then you can't drink near the window because no one trusts each other out there. It's kind of like Marbella. No one trusts each other. But I really did enjoy it.
yeah,
Expensive, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
If you go outside of Dubai, because I went to watch England in a T20, right? In a cricket, I want to watch the World Cup T20.
Mm.
That wasn't in Dubai. That was about an hour ahead. Um, so much different. The prices were minimal compared to what it was in Dubai, and that's only an hour away. Uh, but I really did enjoy it.
To me, it just looks like it's just to me just like it's poorly planned, poorly put together. Like you just got a bunch of buildings and motorways just all put together in a huge, just a huge collection of fucking
It's
depravity.
at times it came across to me as a very false place, because they had no history, no
There's
culture.
nowhere to walk around there, is there? There's nowhere to walk around. It's all just motorways, isn't it? It's motorways and fucking skyscrapers, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, you are right. You are right. But I don't know. It was a real fun place to go, and I did enjoy it, man. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, yeah. I just don't really think
So
that's my cup of tea. Really, that type of
I thought that for many years before I
just
actually went
glorified. It
there.
just seems so. It just seems just like glorified. You know, all just put together, constructed for money, basically, just to extract money from your pocket. You know, just all of it. Just that type of image. To me, and
I
they all do
I
it down there. They're all the same. Dubai, Doha,
Marbella,
Abu Dhabi. They're all the same. Well, they're all doing the
Marbella,
same thing. Yeah.
Marbella.
Yeah, then you got Marbella. Yeah, and then you got Marbella just a little bit behind them, but yeah, I mean they're just built there just to generate money. I
Honestly,
generate money, but there's a
it's
lot of
the
it's
quite
a lot of it's been left though, hasn't it? A lot of it's just gone bust, hasn't it? You know, like that world island, that the World Island group or whatever is supposed to be all the different countries of the world. That's the half of that's not even sold, and there's loads of projects there. They're not even completed, are they?
yeah, yeah. But then, that's an opportunity for people who have their head switched on, I suppose. Yeah,
Yeah.
But anyway,
It's a good job we got Lawrence of Arabia in the chat here. He's very good. It's Gary the Pragmatist. Lawrence of Arabia, I think. He's come back from the dead.
hang on. Oh, so no. I'm reality check.
Hello,
Also, like,
Stefan, hello,
oh,
Antonio.
no. Hey, we haven't got Lawrence Arabia. We got Carl
We
fucking
had
Mark. We got
Ridley
Karl
here
Marx.
earlier. Russ, we got all the greats in the chat tonight.
Karl Marx. In the 1930s, Arabs had no money and lived in, yeah. Well, Western pricks, hang on. The Western people showed the Arabs where the freaking oil was. Do you know what I mean? Anyway. Right, there. We did promise each other we're not going in the chat, Sam. I thought I hid the chat, but obviously I didn't.
No, we've got some good ones in here tonight. I mean, we've got some of our favourites. Well, all the best ones here tonight. So it's good.
Let's have a look then. Stefan, hi Stefan, hope you're well. Vaddy, a few Arsenal fans, Sam. Russ,
yeah, of course, he's an Arsenal fan. Yep.
Paul, hi Paul. Swansea, bloody Jack. But with Wales, I tell you what, I don't know what it is. We are Belgium's bogey team, and we have been for many years now.
Yeah, Belgium have been a bit up and down lately, even though they're ranked the number one by FIFA. They've been a bit up and down, haven't they? The last few games, they haven't been great.
They won the group,
Yeah. I mean, they're a good enough team, aren't they? I mean, they've got some good players.
Yeah. Oh,
I was going to ask you, Brownie, where did you stay in Dubai? What hotel did you stay in?
I didn't. I stayed in my mate's apartment.
Oh, right, okay. Well, you saved some money there,
well, I did stay in a hotel for a couple of days, and I brought back a couple of ladies of the night. I know.
Well, what? Did you get kicked out?
Oh no! Wow. It didn't really dawn on me, did it? It didn't dawn on me, right? I like with this Russian, giving it loads, weren't they? Giving the brownie fucking charm, right? And so one thing led to another, and on two occasions, I didn't tell her that I was just going to spank inside her. I know. So after I went, I told my mates, and it was, "Are you mad? Africa is only there. AIDS everywhere." And I thought, you know what, fucking right, man. So if Brownie is dead of AIDS in the next 12 months, it fucking.
But Brownie, what has this got to do with you only staying a couple of nights in the hotel? That was my fucking question. Why did you only stay? Would you get kicked out? What happened?
Oh no, just I can't be done with sofa beds, man. Do you know what I mean? I can't be done with sofa beds.
Yeah, but in the hotel you get a proper bed, and then in your mate's
Yeah,
house,
I
you
know,
get a sofa
but
bed.
at my mates there was sofa beds.
Uh,
You know, and I was like, my fucking back is in half, mate. I'm 40 fucking
so you
3.
went from
I
your
was,
so you went from your mates to a hotel. Then you went that
yeah,
way.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Okay. Now I get it. Now
yeah,
I get it. Okay. Yeah.
yeah. And yeah, it was like she went, darling, do you have condom? Oh, I said, fuck yeah, I
No,
forgot.
in
I said I got Viagra. I
in
said, but
Wales
not.
we don't have condom. We don't have
I got
condom.
Viagra. I said, but I got no fucking condoms. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, darling. Okay, you can fuck me. You can fuck me. But no cum, yeah, no cum.
No condom.
No, but she spoke Spanish as well. No
Oh.
leche, no leche, no leche. Oh,
No
please. Oh.
leche. Is a leche milk? Milk.
Yeah,
No milk.
yeah. No leche, she
No
said.
milk
I said,
today. The
"Hey, yeah,
company
yeah.
is
No
gay.
problema, no problema, no problema. Get on
No
these.
problema is not was it
Yeah, no problem, no problem. I said.
is
She
young
went, no leche.
brownie is prostitute.
She went, no leche. Hey, no problema.
No
No,
milk
no
from me,
problema.
love. No milk
No.
from me. I just got I just got sheep's milk. That's all I got.
Yeah, anyway. Hey, no problema. Okay, okay.
Yeah. I mean, asking a guy not to come when he's fucking a hooker. I mean, that's all I was like. It's like asking what Ronald McDonald to stay away from a hamburger. I mean, it's not going to work, is it? It's not going to go well,
Absolutely
is it?
no. I building bloody cobwebs were building up down here before I went on that trip. I tell you.
Jesus Christ, you and Russians, honestly. What is it with you and Russians, honestly? What is it with you? Is you got
You know what? My mates and my mum even says that now. Do you know what I mean? Why is it with you and us? But because they're very direct. Women, Russian women are very
you like a
direct.
bit of that, do you? You like a bit of
Yeah, I do. I do.
you
I
like a
like
bit of
being told.
domination. Is that what you think? You like to be
Yeah,
dominated?
yeah,
Oh, you dirty bastard.
yeah. And I'll grab him by the throat. Whoa. Who
Nice,
do you think?
a nice
Who do you
strangle
think?
wank before dinner. Yeah.
Who
I
do you
got
think?
you.
Who do you think you fucking talking to? Boom, boom. There you go.
No, just don't
Get
do
over that table.
just don't do a corridor to make sure you got a spotter or something. You know.
Right. Hey, on that, before bloody YouTube take his fucking video down, Sam, listen, nearly 50 minutes. I just want to we're not going ahead now.
Yeah,
And
it's been great. It's been great having a little
yeah,
chat.
I know. It's been good to catch up actually.
Yeah, it's
And
nice.
you know what's been going on, but thank you very much. I needed this chat, if I'm honest with you, Sam.
It's been a good laugh, it is. We always have a good laugh when we have a chat. It's
Yeah,
been good. We'll have to do it
yeah.
again soon.
We need to do it again, and we get some of your older crowd back in as well. All right.
What would you say?
So, what? No, we got some of the older crowd back in as well.
Yeah, it's been great. Great. We've got some of the greats back in the chat here. It's always good to see them. Have a laugh with them in the chat as well. Been good fun.
Okay, guys. Many thanks, and yeah, many thanks, Sam. Much
Thanks for having me.
appreciated.
Thanks for having me, Brown. It's been great to chat with you again. We'll catch up again soon, mate.
Are you tripping with this new bloody feature?
I tell you what, I quite like it. The only thing is, compared to StreamYard, your feed that I'm seeing here on my screen is a little bit more choppy.
Okay.
Whereas StreamYard is normally a bit more smooth, in my opinion. But
No,
the
that's fair
overall,
enough. That's fair enough.
but the overall presentation and layout and everything looks pretty good to me. It looks good.
No worries. I'm still learning. You know I'm like with computers, Sam. You know I'm like with computers.
Yeah, you're not great, are you? Just like with Russian women.
Absolutely shite. Right, no way. Listen, guys, many thanks for watching. Sam, many thanks, and enjoy being back in the UK, Sam.
Cheers, thanks a lot, mate. Hope to see you
No
soon.
way. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye bye.